Hello, everybody, and welcome to another special edition of Weather Wednesday. With me today, I have another special guest. This is Alex O'Brien from Channel 5 here in Colorado Springs. And we love bringing these guests in because you guys are really the experts on weather. And what I want to do is I want to provide an avenue for people to connect with the meteorologist, to connect with weather personalities. So to do that, I just would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Sure, by all means.
And kind of get your take on different things. So first question that I have is kind of an easy one. What do you enjoy about your job?
I enjoy that it's different every day. I mean, the weather's constantly changing, and the forecast is constantly changing too.
Especially here in Colorado.
Yes, so even just between a 12-hour span, our forecast will always make tweaks to it. So that's what I like the most.
Good. And when did you become interested in weather forecasting, and when did you think that becoming a meteorologist was something that you could do?
I would say probably around high school. I was always good at science and math, and I knew that's definitely where my future would take me. My parents grew up in Illinois, and if anyone's familiar with the Plainfield tornado, they grew up in Plainfield, and they weren't there during the tornado, but they've always taken severe weather very seriously.
So it's been a part of
your growing up? It's been a part. We would always go to the basement, and anytime there's a severe thunderstorm warning, and I grew up in Greeley, Colorado. So, I mean, the storms weren't that bad, but we would always go to the basement anyway. So I enjoyed weather. I thought it was cool. I didn't really decide on going into meteorology until halfway through college.
Okay. What was the kind of that trigger or that moment where you're like, maybe I should do this?
Well, I did take an intro meteorology course at CU Boulder. Because I knew I was interested. I didn't know if that was something I wanted to pursue. I started my college career in environmental studies, and then I decided that weather would be fun and really interesting, so I transferred over to Metropolitan State University of Denver.
And that's a good weather school, right? Very
good weather school. There's requirements there for a math minor for most BS degrees there.
Okay. A lot of directions we can go with this. So let's just start off with the people that really helped you or mentored you. Who were some of those people that really kind of inspired you to even get involved in just science? Maybe not meteorology, but who really kind of helped to encourage you into that STEM fields?
Definitely my parents. My dad had an engineering degree. My mom just loves weather and chasing storms.
Cool.
A lot of various teachers through grade school too, and my specific high school was STEM focused, so I think that helped. I had a lot of cool science teachers.
So another thing, so your mom really enjoys weather and stuff. Do you have any like significant weather memories, something that stands out to you?
Definitely the Windsor tornado.
Okay.
Several years ago, I don't remember at this point, but it was really large tornado, and I remember just like looking outside, seeing if I could see it from Greeley. I couldn't, but my dad was on the road that day, and he saw that tornado, and I mean, it passed over I-25 and did a lot of damage to Windsor, so it was a stark memory, for sure.
So if there's something that you could pass on to the younger people in our audience here, if there's something that you could pass on to them about their interests in weather or science or whatever, what would you say to help a young person kind of get going in that area?
I would start with maybe just changing your mindset about how you look at the world, and maybe think more critically about, well, there's a cloud in the sky. Well, why is there a cloud in the sky? Where did it come from? And why is it going this way? And maybe if you're looking at the stars, well, why are those stars there, and what are they doing? And
so really turn up your curiosity meter a little bit.
Yes, for sure.
Did you do that when you were younger? Were you kind of exploring different things?
Oh, I imagine I was.
Yeah.
When I really started getting into meteorology, that's when I was really hypersensitive about everything that was happening. And, oh, this wind's coming down the Flatirons in Boulder. Yeah. And then it got warm. And
that's what I love about science, technology, engineering, and math is just the curiosity. I mean, it's there's no limit to trying to find out why things work the way that they work. And you said you did a little math as well?
Yeah, a lot of math.
Why is math important to study?
Math's important because it drives all of the physics, and in meteorology, it's all fluid physics, essentially. And any other facet of science, it's based in math processes. So it's unavoidable. You gotta do it.
It's a foundational thing, huh? Okay, very good. Well, joining me today is Alex O'Brien, with meteorologist with Channel 5. And what I'd like to do is ask just a couple more questions, if I can. What if you could? A little bit of fun question here.
Okay.
If you could forecast weather anywhere in the world, where would you choose to forecast weather?
At this point in my life, Colorado. Maybe in 30 years, Hawaii. Because I want something easy and tropical.
Very good.
It's advanced level forecasting in the state of Colorado.
It's a challenge, isn't it?
Yes.
It is.
And it's all due to the topography and where we are situated right in the middle of the U.S.
So tell us, what are some of those things that you look for? As you are trying to forecast weather, what are some of the main components that you look at to try to predict what's going to happen?
On a basic level every day, it starts with observational data, satellite and actual surface observations, and then it goes into the computer model forecasting. But beyond that, you really need to know your location and the topography and the small scale effects that has on each portion of your area, because forecast models are getting better and better every several years.
Topography and things like that?
Yes, and it's because of resolution in the models. So when computer models,
fine detail you can get.
When they first started, they would maybe see the entire Rocky Mountain region. Okay. And then we get into finer details and more down to the 3-kilometer level now is where some of our forecasts are. So it's just how clear the picture is with that.
Okay. So that sounds like technology has really helped your career path a lot.
Yes, for sure. And it will continue to impact meteorology in general as it gets better.
How does space play a role in that?
In what?
In just weather forecasting in your job. How are you dependent on space things?
Satellites.
Yeah.
First and foremost, they really guide most of our understanding, and computer models are only as good as the data ingested into them. Okay. So sometimes if the data from satellite imagery is not right, if there's something that's messing up, then the entire forecast model is going to be completely off.
Okay. So another kind of important question that comes up a lot is we see so many bad weather events, floods and hurricanes and wildfires and things like this. With so many of these, it seems like more and more bad weather events, and we see differences in climate and things like that. What can people do to impact their world around them? It seems almost hopeless, but yet there is hope. So what would you recommend to young people, to families, of how they can impact the climate and the weather around them?
I think the easiest way that we can impact weather, climate, and mitigation of those issues is with our votes and with our dollars. Okay. Invest in and vote for the ideals that you would like to see. because our country is run by consumerism, and that's a great thing. So use that power that you have
with your spending dollars.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So last question, if you don't mind here, and that is, as young people, in yourself. So you find yourself as a woman in science, and honestly, a lot of people would look up to that. How would you encourage young girls out there to pursue a science career or pursue learning more about STEM things? So encourage those young girls out there that might be able to do what you're doing.
Well, do it. I mean, the best part I think about where I saw myself growing up is I never thought that I couldn't go into a STEM career.
Right. So
I think that's a great place to be. But once girls grow up and they know that they can do whatever they want, it's really important that they know that they can be taken seriously once they get into that career. I don't know exactly how to maybe solve that problem or teach those values, but I think it's really important that it's not just about getting to that career, it's being confident once you're there.
Okay.
And make yourself heard and know that you do belong there too.
Being confident in who you are and what you can do.
Yeah, right, for sure.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you guys for joining us on this special edition of Weather Wednesday. Alex, if people would like to ask you questions, is there any social media or ways that people can contact you with their questions? Yeah,
there's tons. First, my email, alex.obrien@koaa.com. On Twitter, I'm at WX Alex O'Brien, and just search meteorologist Alex O'Brien on Facebook.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for making yourself available to us and to our viewers too, because we want to encourage you guys to pursue STEM careers. We want you to learn more about the world around you. And it sounds like, Alex, you have definitely done that. You've taken your curiosity and turned it into a career.
I have, and I'm proud to be where I am now. And I'm still young in my career, so I got plenty of places to go.
That's great. Well, we look forward to seeing you again.
Yes.
So thank you guys for joining us, and thank you. We look forward to your comments, and keep following us here on Weather Wednesday. Talk to you later.